Good morning, YouTube family. It's Vanessa. How's it going, Vanny? VSG Vanny. So exciting. Yesterday, from previous video, I said I was on my way to my first consultation appointment. Wow. It went really fast is what I could say. When I say fast, I mean like I went in there, I was probably waiting 10 minutes to see the doctor. It's Dr. James Chow at PhysiMed here in Montreal. And I went in to see him. He went through the surgery, went through both, like the gastric sleeve and the back gastric bypass, to help me understand which would better fit, but allowed me to choose. And I told him I want the sleeve and not the bypass. So after that, right away, I went to see his assistant. She goes over, again, like I told you guys, I'm doing this privately. So they go over the payment plan, what's due now, what's due later. And then they tell me, well, we have this new program. It requires a $500 deposit, but it allows us to track everything that you're doing. And I said, oh, well, interested. Yeah. What, and $500 comes back obviously from the deposit. But, so part of what they send you home with, I'm going to show you, excuse the mess in the background, but I'm going to show you, okay, is a digital scale that automatically syncs to their app, a blood pressure monitor, that again also syncs to an app they track, and then they gave me a Fitbit. Now again, this is deposit on loan. They give it to you for, I want to say it was 3 months, so that all your activity, you use MyFitnessPal to track your food, you weigh in every morning, you take your blood pressure every morning, and then after surgery, I'm required to take my temperature for the first 2 weeks, I believe it was, just so that the nurse remotely, because you're at home, can gauge if she believes that you've got an infection or something started. So the second thing is, they also have an app that first of all, I can chat with the nurse. So like instant messaging and, you know, anything that I need to know or have a question of or just want to chat with her, or she wants to contact me because she sees my stats, like I'm not moving, I'm a couch potato, she can actually message me and say, you know, you need to be moving or whatever like that. But there's also part of this thing they've put in place. It's not FaceTime, but it's a medical video chat. So it's a little more secure. And what it allows her to do, if I want, I could talk to her and then remotely, as I'm healing from the surgery, I can actually like video, we'll call it FaceTime, but it's not FaceTime. We'll talk face to face. And I can actually show her my scars, how they're healing, if I've got any extra questions, like full support. And I was kind of blown away by that just because my sister had gastric bypass 3 years ago, and I don't know if it was just the way she did it or what. But I feel like the steps they've made in the last month to give us all this technology to weigh, to be accountable to what we weigh, to track your calories. I mean, she could see everything. So really, like, if I don't track for a day, she should be all over me, whether that's, you know, videoing me or sending me messages or whatever the case may be. It's just crazy. So I'm super excited. Now, the second thing I want to say is, so I go into the office and the doctor's like, so how fast do you want to do this? And I thought, well, you know, it's in my mind now, and I've made steps to clean up my eating, and I've done a lot of research online. So I'm ready, like whenever. So today, oh gosh, I don't even know what day it is. What's the date? I think it's the 6th. Okay. So it's the 6th today, and he says, when do you want your surgery? We could do it on the 24th of October. Oh, okay. I hopped on it. I said 24th of October. Okay, no problem. We've got to do 2 weeks of liquid diet, just to, I guess, reduce calories and bloat and whatever the case may be, just like for the pre-op weight loss is what people are calling it. So I said, sure. So next thing you know, I'm whizzed off. I see the nurse, you know, blood pressure's taken, weight's taken, measurements are taken, everything's taken. And then as I'm finishing this up, you know, with the calibration of the Fitbit and they're teaching me and stuff like that, the doctor's assistant comes back in. She comes running in. She's like, I need to talk to you for 2 more seconds. I said, okay. So it turns out that there was a girl scheduled originally on the 25th, which is the day after mine. Mine was a Monday, hers was a Tuesday. And it turns out that her surgery was going to actually become more complicated for whatever reason. Obviously, it's not my business. So they asked me to move it. And I said, oh, okay, we can move it. It's no stress, you know what I mean? Like, didn't think it was going to go this fast anyway. And she's like, how about the 17th of October? Which technically, by the time you get the protein shakes that you're supposed to do the liquid diet for, literally gave me less than 2 weeks. And I'm like, is that gonna work? And she's like, well, we talked to the doctor and he thinks because your stats are healthy that you could do less, but you've literally got to get on it right away. And I'm thinking, oh my God. So I have a concert this Saturday I'm going to, and then on the 23rd, I bought tickets to the Montreal casino here. They're having like this big burlesque show. So I bought dinner and a show for my husband on our anniversary. So we're supposed to go to that. And then my birthday is the 26th. So I'm like, oh, and by the way, this weekend is Thanksgiving for those of us up here in Canada. It's this weekend. So I'm like, the 17th, oh my God. Plus my husband is going away on travels. So whatever that does. Anyways, so I said, and then she goes, well, you know, since we're giving the other girl, like the day of your surgery, we could do the 25th. And I'm thinking, all right, which is still the day before my birthday. So on my birthday, I'll be home recuperating. Actually, I'll be in the hospital the morning of my birthday and then home in the afternoon, not moving my ass. So here my husband's trying to contact his family and my family. Not that they know about the surgery, but he's trying to coordinate like breakfasts or whatever we want to do as a get together, like right away, so that, oh my God. And I'm like, okay, if it's a breakfast, you know, I'm on the protein things, you know, I could do like a bowl of fruit with yogurt and no one will know, right? Because I don't have to have bacon and eggs and all that. And then this weekend, the concert, I'll drink Coca-Cola. Like, it's not a big deal. Or Diet Coke or 7-Up or even bottled water. I don't have to do alcohol. And then the biggest one is like this cabaret show. Like, the tickets were freaking expensive because you do dinner and a show. So I haven't figured that out yet. But to give you my stats, so my starting weight yesterday was 270.2. And then tomorrow, because it's 2 days after, tomorrow I go for all the pre-op stuff. So blood tests and talking to the dietitian and everything. So it's just moving very, 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 very quickly. Holy fuck. Like, really? Yeah. So it's moving really quickly. But I'm ready. I'm still ready. I'm so excited. I keep